Crazy storm drama in Schwartzman's win over Anderson. Casper Ruud bows out early to Botic van der Zandschulp. Grigor Dimitrov is injured yet again, retiring his tight match with Alexi Popyrin. Plus other news from the US Open Day 3. This is Set Point. Day 3 of the US Open featured a tornado warning north of the stadium, and one match was caught up in particular, the second round meeting between Schwartzman and Anderson. Diego Schwartzman finds a win over Kevin Anderson in straight sets in what can only be described as miserable and stressful conditions. Despite closing the roof at Louis Armstrong, rain still somehow soaks through, drenching the spectators and the court. Rain blew into the stadium sideways, a remnant from former Hurricane Ida, which swept across New York. There was even a tornado warning north of the stadium. The first set lasted almost 2 hours as the storm continually made play impossible inside Louis Armstrong. IBM Slam trackers showed Anderson possessing the momentum the entire set, but Schwartzman saved a set point and hung on until the tiebreak, which he won 7-4. Play was interrupted yet again early in the second set. The pair had to wait until Tsitsipas-Mannarino finished to move their match to the dry Arthur Ashe Stadium. According to ATP staff, the match took 6 hours to finish, 3 hours 13 minutes of play, ending at 1:02 a.m. local time in favor of the Argentinian 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. 25-year-old 117th ranked Botic van der Zandschulp of the Netherlands scores his first top 10 win in only his third Grand Slam appearance, beating the much-hyped Casper Ruud after losing the first set. Van der Zandschulp is an incredibly consistent performer at the challenger level, consistently reaching the quarterfinal or beyond in challenger tournaments and going through the qualifying draw successfully in all 4 Grand Slam tournaments this year. He's showed he's got what it takes to stand toe-to-toe with top 100 players, with a win over Riley Opelka at Melbourne 1 and a 5-set win over Hubert Hurkacz at Roland Garros before bowing out in another 5-setter with Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Van der Zandschulp had severe trouble serving effectively in the first set, making 39% of his first serves, striking 3 double faults and winning a low 35% of second serve points. Ruud closes out the first set in style, running down a drop volley for a down-the-line pass. Van der Zandschulp regroups in the second set, bumping his first serve percentage to 72%, taking the set 6-4. In the third, Ruud found 6 break points but was not able to convert any, leading him to 2-1 down 6-3. Ruud's consistency went down in the fourth, making 14 unforced errors to 8 winners, giving the set and match to the Dutch 6-4. Congratulations to Van der Zandschulp for this great career achievement. He now faces Facundo Bagnis in round 3. Moving on to Alexi Popyrin's win over Grigor Dimitrov, where Dimitrov retired 4-love down in the third after losing 2 tiebreaks, citing a foot injury, according to Yahoo Sports Australia reporter Sam Goodwin. This is sadly the second time that Dimitrov had to retire mid-match at a major this year, with the first in his round 1 match with Marcos Giron, in which he was 2-1 up against the American. The world number 18 looked to find the beginnings of his form at Cincinnati a fortnight ago, with straight sets win over Roberto Bautista Agut and Alexander Bublik, but it seems that he may need to wait a while longer to compete at his best. In the first set, Popyrin wrestles back a break to take Dimitrov to a tiebreak, winning it 7-4. Dimitrov breaks early in the second with one of the most incredible backhand down the lines you'll see all tournament, an absolute ankle breaker that dropped Popyrin to the floor, racket flying out of his hand. It was not to be, however, as Popyrin takes him to yet another tiebreak, winning that one 7-4 as well. Dimitrov drops the first 4 games of the third before walking over to the net and congratulating Popyrin for the win, retiring the match at 4-love. The 22-year-old Australian moves into the third round, matching his best major result in the 2019 edition of the US Open and in the Australian Open. He faces 24th seed Dan Evans on Friday. Quickly recapping other results of Day 3, Daniil Medvedev sails into Round 3 with a win over Dominic Kupfer in 3. Stefanos Tsitsipas drops a tiebreak set against Adrian Mannarino but makes it 3-4. Andrei Rublev loses the second set in a close tiebreak to Pedro Martinez but manages to win in 4. Felix Auger-Aliassime fights a close first set tiebreak to beat Bernardo Zapata Miralles in 3. Qualifier Henry Laxonen takes out 16th seed Christian Garin in 4 after dropping the first set. Roberto Bautista Agut defeats Emil Ruusuvuori in 3. Dan Evans beats Marcos Giron in 4. Qualifier Alex Molchan takes out home crowd favourite Brandon Nakashima in 5. Carlos Alcaraz finds a win against Arthur Rinderknecht in 4. Pablo Andujar wins against Philip Kohlschreiber in 3. Facundo Bagnis beats Marco Trungelliti in 4. And Francis Tiafoe finds a win over Guido Pella in 3. We finish the second round in day 4 tomorrow. Some interesting matches include Lorenzo Musetti against big serving Riley Opelka. Matteo Berrettini faces exciting Frenchman Corentin Moutet. Djokovic is back again playing against Talon Griekspoor in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Lastly, happy birthday to the 2020 US Open champion Dominic Thiem. We miss you a lot. Get healthy soon. We'd love to see you on the court next year. If you've enjoyed listening to this US Open installment of Set Point, please consider supporting this podcast on my support platform, Buy Me a Coffee. Head on over to buymeacoffee.com/setpoint. Currently, the goal is to reach $200 when I will write up a feature pod, Andy Murray's Path to Turin 2022. Real exciting stuff. Let's hope he makes it. Follow me on Twitter at FongAmos. My name is Amos. You've been listening to Set Point. See you tomorrow.